Hey y'all, Lauren here with Good Deeds and Dirty Work. I'm the co-owner of Good Deeds Cleaning Company and Good Deeds Haul It All, and we are still building while it's messy. That's what this podcast is about today. We launched last week for our first podcast. Life is still happening. Yesterday I was supposed to record this to have it ready to go out this morning, and I had a gallbladder attack, which is horrible, but that's just part of the game. Life is still going on. We still have everything that we normally deal with on top of trying to build two businesses. So you just go with the flow, and so I'm recording it late. It didn't get posted at 6 a.m. this morning. That's just how it goes. We're documenting as we're building it, so there's gonna be bumps and hills and plummets and all kinds of stuff. I'm super excited though, and I don't let it get me down and just keep going. If you're building a business while life is still happening, you're in the right place, because that's exactly what we're doing. It changes every day. So I want to talk a little bit about what growth feels like. So this last week I had 2 cleaners. It still seems unreal that I have a business and I have 2 employees. So stress over payroll and making sure the money's where it's supposed to be, that kind of gets to you a little bit, and that's normal. It wasn't that we didn't have the money, it's just learning where the money needs to be and making sure that it's there. We have plenty of clients right now. We still have openings, so we're definitely still in the building stages, but that kind of gets you stressed out, and I'm like, okay, where am I going to pull this from or put this at? It's actually off Profit First. I did not realize that. I was raised with the envelope system, but I hate keeping cash on me, so I created the envelope system within the bank. I've been doing that for 15 years probably with our personal money, because that just works for my ADD brain. I know I need this much in the house account, I need this much in the regular bills, this is how much we get for the week for our own spending, and we get paid, money gets sent where it's supposed to go, the amount that it needs to be. So we've done that with our businesses also. So we have multiple accounts for each business, and I just divvy that up. So now we have a payroll account, so I make sure this is what payroll needs to be, plus put a little bit of a buffer in there to get that account built up each week and run payroll. I use Gusto for payroll. It makes it so easy. I love Gusto. But that's one of those things that makes me nervous. I've got to make sure that, it's not just me cleaning now and making sure bills get paid. It's making sure bills get paid, plus my employees get paid. And that's a big step, big difference. We have named it the Beast. We got a 6,000 square foot house that we did a deep clean on, and now it's bi-weekly, and that one whooped us for sure. There were 3 of us there. All 3 of us went to clean, me and Dusty and Jennifer, and it was a gorgeous home. But it was definitely an experience. That's their first deep clean on a house that big. The biggest house I've done before that was a 4,000 square foot, and that's when I was still solo. That's when I decided, okay, it's time for Lauren to get some help, because I cannot tackle this 4,000 square foot house by myself. And then now we landed a 6,000 square foot house. So we have the Beast and the Mini Beast. That's what we call them. And so now it is we've got that one on the schedule for regular bi-weekly cleaning, and the girls feel comfortable with it now. We did it all together the first time, and now I am starting to let the girls clean solo. So that's hard for me because it's been just me this whole time, of letting go of the reins a little bit, and having confidence and faith in them that they're going to do and take care of the clients the way that I do. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not cleaning as much, and maybe just kind of the backup right now, where I am able to run the businesses and do some of the networking and things like that. So that has been a little difficult, letting go of the control of that, but I have faith in them. They're both awesome girls. They've done a great job so far. We've done the training, and I think that they're going to do great. So I just, I have to realize that leadership is learning to make space for others and not trying to do it all on my own. I have to let that go a little bit. But I mean, that it is what it is. So, and if they have I have great clients, so if there's anything going on, they'll let me know, and then I can go back with one of the girls and be like, okay, hey, we missed this, we need to make sure we get this taken care of, and just make sure that they're getting all the little details that Good Deeds Cleaning, that's what we strive for. We want to make sure that everything is great and the clients are happy and that they're getting what they paid for. The mental load of starting a business. So I don't know if my gallbladder attack yesterday was from stress, but we're going to roll with that. I know that I wake up between 2 and 3 every morning, and I'm instantly like, okay, what about the schedule? What about this? I need to get this done. Because I am still in the building stages. Like, I wasn't 100% set up to the point, like, let's hire employees. My capacity was maxed where I needed to hire employees, but I still needed to, and I'm still working on getting everything set up. I had most of it set up, and I've had to tweak a little bit of it because I'm like, ooh, it didn't cover this, or oh, I need something that covers, whatever it may be. So I'm still tweaking, we're still building, we're still growing. Both my girls completely understand that and are totally fine with that. But I wake up 2, 3 in the morning working on this schedule, working on Facebook posts, working on making sure that they have everything they need for the day, making sure their cleaners are filled, making sure their kit's ready to go, and working, constantly on all that. I will say that ChatGPT I've named my ChatGPT. We talk daily. It's Sage. So me and Sage work every day. We're working on a new form or a new system to put in place to make things easier for the girls, for the employees, and for myself. And that's been a huge, huge help. Also working on insurance. Trying to get the correct insurance for the business. I kind of didn't have the right insurance for the cleaning business, on the van anyways. So I'm working on getting quotes for that, trying to get where I have the right coverage, but not at an outrageous price, to make sure that I can still afford it. And just trying to get all of that figured out. Today I am sitting in the parking lot right now in Weatherford waiting for time to go into Weatherford Chamber of Commerce Business Development Committee, and trying to get involved with more of the chamber stuff. the benefits the chamber has is amazing, but there's other things that I want to be doing to get our name out there and meet people. You know, we're trying to get some more commercial accounts and get both of the girls' schedules filled up, and then we'll be looking to hire again. So it's just, momentum is not calm, it's just adjustment. And so I just have to constantly adjust. We're constantly adjusting from one thing to the next, to make sure that we have everything covered and in place. Systems is what keeps my sanity. So we use Jobber right now. We use Jobber. Absolutely love Jobber. It does our scheduling. All of our invoices go through Jobber. The girls can log in, see their schedule for the week, where they're supposed to be. They can click on directions and it pulls up the map, takes them right to where they need to be. Any notes, door codes, all of that is in Jobber. Absolutely love Jobber. We have our checklist in Jobber, so when they're at the house, there's the checklist that they fill out and it gets sent to the client, so they see what got done on the checklist. Instead of printing out paper after paper to leave there, it gets sent in an email. Absolutely love it. We keep changing a little bit here and there as the need arises, just with the growth and finding out new things that are offered through that. It keeps up with, you know, you pull up reports on who's missed, who's had to cancel, or anything like that. And of course, Jobber connects right to QuickBooks. That's our bookkeeping software, is QuickBooks. And as soon as a job's invoiced, it gets sent right on over to QuickBooks. So that makes it really nice. We use JotForm. I use that for, we have a team portal, so it's got the daily timesheet in there. It has the supply restock, the restock supply form. That way I can keep up with inventory better, and like, how often are they needing this? How often are they needing this? Are we using too much of it? Do I need to keep more in stock? Or, you know, what's the deal? So I can keep up with what all is being used, and if it's being used correctly, or if they're using way too much of it. JotForm, let's see. We also have incident reports are in the team portal, time off requests in the team portal, and it's really nice. I love JotForm. I kind of went form crazy after I first found it, and they fill it out, super easy to fill out on their phone. Hit submit, it emails me a PDF, so then I can print it or save it on the computer in whatever file it needs to go in. So I absolutely love that. Gusto is what we use for payroll. Super easy, I said that earlier, and it just makes the onboarding for employees so nice. But without those structures, if I was still doing just my Google Calendar and then trying to text them an address and everything through text message, I would probably lose my mind, because there's some days that both girls have, you know, 1 to 2 houses in completely different towns, and trying to keep up with all that. Jobber keeps it all nice together and flowing, where I'm not losing my mind. Because there's some days where I'm like, oh, this is the Granbury week, and it's not. I'm on the completely wrong week. So that really helps and keeps everything going like it should. You know, I decided to do this just to share our journey, to, as we're building it, as we're going through the crazy, and it's crazy. It's crazy every day. There's something different every day going on, whether it be a gallbladder attack, or I had a client cancel today because her and her daughter have the flu. Totally understand that. We're all for sharing, but we don't want to share any of that. You know, there's always changes. There's always something going on. And so we really just want to encourage, if you're in the messy middle, that's where we are. We are in the messy middle. Things happen, things change. You pretty much just have to buckle up and ride it out, because it takes you out of your comfort zone. You have to learn to roll with the punches and not let it get you down, and just continue pushing forward, because it will happen. I mean, if you would have told me 7 months ago that I was already hiring 2 employees for the cleaning business, and that I was going to have a 4,000 and 6,000 square foot house that we're cleaning, I would have laughed in your face, because I was like, there would be no way. My initial plan was to be a solo cleaner, and then I realized that there was more to this. The amount of calls that were coming in, I was like, no, I can make this bigger. And you just have to believe it and do it. So we're right there with you. We're not waiting until it's all like 100% ready to go. We are building this. We are growing this. We're bringing you along with us, and I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to see where the Good Deeds name goes with the hauling and with the cleaning. I can't wait to see where all of you end up and what you're growing. And hey, if you want to get on the podcast and tell everyone about your business and what you're going through, send me a message, hit me up. Like, I want to bring other businesses on here and do what we can to support each other. Next week, we're going to be talking about why the hauling and the cleaning business are separate businesses. They are separate EIN, separate completely. And why they're separate, but why they work well together. So, I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a great day. Get down and dirty in that dirty work and make it happen. Y'all have a good one.